What is up, guys? And today I'm building a sub box. The sub box, I'm building it out of MDF plywood. This is plywood that's made, I don't know, but it's what everyone uses to make sub boxes. So it's just MDF. And I got this huge board because I'm putting in an 18-inch sub, which is gonna need a huge box. And I'm putting it in my 1998 Dodge Ram 1500 Gen 2. And then I also bought some caulk because I'm gonna make sure I get it all sealed because I'm making a sealed box because I'm gonna need it to be as small as possible to fit in my truck. This is only gonna be my second box I'm ever building, so I wanna make sure that I do it right this time because last time I used this wood. I mean, it turned out okay, but I wanted to do it right because I'm getting an 18-inch sub, so I wanted to do it amazing, and I wanna get this done before the sub comes in like 5 days. And so I got it all set up, got it all up there by myself. Pretty proud about that because it's super heavy plywood. Did some measurements. It's gonna be 20 wide, 20 long, and 20 high, 20 inches. And here's my old box I made. So yeah, I got a 10-inch DXI Polk Audio sub on it, which is pretty nice. I got this with the amp for 30 bucks from a friend. So yeah, I did some fancy cutouts and stuff. It works decently good, but I want to do a way better job and make sure everything's sealed because this is not silicone, it just has wood glue in there. An entire seat, and then I'm probably going to end up selling this, that, and then that amp and that amp, and putting a 10-inch sub with amp like this one with my Rockerville. It's a 10-inch amp and speaker, and I'm going to get one of those probably and put them under there too. And then have the 18 resting right there. We got the Rockford Fosgate 6x9s in the doors, and Rockford Fosgate 3.5s or whatever those are. Got some beautiful artwork, and I'm just gonna cut out 6 20x20-inch squares, which will be super easy. Okay, so I was wrong here saying that I need it to be 20x20x20 because the thickness of the boards play a factor in how big that it is, so I have to cut them according to the size or the thickness of the board. And like, it's hard to explain, but you guys will see it. I end up fixing it. It ends up working out fine, and it's not really a big deal. This is my first time building a box like this. My first box was a little different because all the pieces were different sizes because it had a port in it. So don't hate on me too much. I'm trying here, but let's get back to the video. For this, because they're all going to be the exact same size, so this will be so easy. We have this huge piece of wood. I'm going to draw everything out, and I hope this works out so good. Okay, so the cutout diameter is 16.765. Alright, and so I have this thing, I forget what they're called, and so I got to do 16.765. We can just do round that to 75. And then do other rounds, and we can just do like 8.4 or something like that. And using this thing, if I push out the pencil further and you go at the right angle, I can get it enough. So I'm just gonna have to like push this thing all the way out and get it to the right size, so then I can use it and get the right measurement for the hole. And now I have my dot. This is the center point, as you can see. If we line up there and there, it's right at 10. Do the same this way. It's 10. All I did was use this, and I went at 10 on here, and then 10 up there, and that's how I got my dot. This is how it's gonna be. It's like so close to the edge, and that's just the cutout area that I have. So this sub is barely gonna fit in here. After drawing this circle, it really shows you how big this speaker is going to be, because this isn't even as big as the speaker, and my hand is tiny compared to it. It's this huge circle, and like, that's just insane, and I am so excited for how the speaker is going to turn out, because it's going to be so big on this box, and it's going to look so cool. And then we can get to cutting. What found insanely helpful was I took this L, and so you like line it up and have it down there so it's straight, and while I was doing that, I had my pencil up here at the 20, and drug it across to get a straight line at 20 inches. I have all 6 squares cut out, or drawn out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just need to cut them all out. And after that, I'll be back with you guys. That's what I used last time whenever I cut regular wood. And I'm gonna first try a multi-purpose semi-smooth cut blade. I don't know what else to use. I think that'll be the best for me right now. So yeah. All cut out, and there they are. They are actually not too bad, and it's okay because they're like an inch thick. And so this isn't going to be a perfect box. I don't really care that much. It looks good enough for me. This place is so dusty though, and there's even some dust on the nice car. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to sweep all this out and take a leaf blower and blow as much out as I can really quick. So for reasons that'll take way too long to explain, I'm doing a voiceover the rest of the video, but right now all I did was I have my circle drawn out, and next I just cut it out, and I actually did a pretty good job, surprisingly, compared to my other circles, but just use the jigsaw and just cut it out and just stay right on your line. So this is where I realized that not all of the boards can be 20 by 20 inches, and so I had to end up trimming off a little bit on a few of the boards to make them fit, but it wasn't too much work and it ended up working out fine. And next I ended up using my silicone to fill in all the gaps and seal everything on the box, because I want this box to be as sealed as possible. So all the angles I sealed up, every little crack that I found was sealed up, and I did 2 layers on pretty much everything to make sure that they were completely sealed. And it sucked because it was cool and humid conditions, which it says on there takes the longest for it to dry, so it took like an hour just for some seams to dry. And yeah, to show y'all how big the box is, my girlfriend went inside of it, and she's pretty small, but she still fit in it, which is crazy. After all of the seams were finally dried, I got the carpet. This was carpet squares that I had used for my room actually, but they worked out fine. They had adhesive on them, but the adhesive will not stick to the wood. So I had to use a staple gun, and I just held it on there and stapled them all down. And I put it all over it, and it actually ended up looking pretty nice. And in the end, it ended up fitting perfectly in my truck, just how I wanted it. And it fits amazing, and the back seat pushes up against it and holds it right in place, which is perfect. And the reason you see some carpet on the inside of the box is that was just leftover stuff that I put in there, because I always see people having like fluff on the inside of their boxes, and I guess it helps with the sound. And so I did that just because I had extra stuff. So yeah, that is how I built an 18-inch subwoofer box. I hope this video helped you if you were wanting to build a box for yourself, or I hope that it entertained you if you were just watching it for fun. And thank you all for watching, and I hope I can see you all in the next one.